what's the progress of Smart Soft Play? What is, we talked at the beginning, but we haven't really spoken since then about your progress and what specifically is happening. I was a little bit surprised when we spoke with Juan, not surprised in a bad way, but just
Mhm.
surprised. When we spoke with Juan last time, and he
Yeah.
said that you've changed the game to be a runner, because before we had talked about it being an adventure game, and now it seems like the game is turning into a runner. So that's a very different kind of a game than when we first started talking. And so we wanted to really understand, um, because as we give you information, it's very important we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Mhm. Yes, of course.
you're changing things so much. We just wanted to really understand where things are right now, what the game is going to be, what you do in the game, and basically what questions you might have, and so we can
And
go
what
through that.
strategy you're
Yeah,
thinking about.
exactly. What strategy you're thinking about, campaigns, the overall launch schedule, all these kinds of things. So maybe we can start there. So the game started out, it was going to be an adventure game in space. It seems
Yes.
now that it is a runner. Can you tell us a little bit more about the game and the concept behind it?
Well, we have to change some things because um, we uh, are working in different way, right?
Hmm.
Uh, with the others consultants,
Mm-hmm.
the team have seen that we have to change different dynamics, right?
Yes.
Um, we have seen also different movements that the characters uh, have do. So uh, in my topics about the marketing, about the markets, and all the information that uh, we have seen that these runner or these dynamics are more, I don't know, playing or something like that. So that's
Or
yeah, it's different topic that um, we have to decide to uh, change the dynamic in the game, right? So
yeah.
that yeah.
One thing about the runner is, and I know that you've made the decision to change to a runner. It's just that there's a few things about runners that we should, we'd like to just point out. Is that the every kind of game has um, there's a certain right time, right? So when Luis was, we know a lot about runners because of Luis, because Drive Me Bananas is a runner, right? And if you look at the market for runners, when Luis was making his runner, runners were really, really, really popular here in US, right?
Yes.
So it was a very good time because people are playing runners, they like runners, and if they see another runner, um, they might be interested in playing it.
Yes.
What happens though over time is that it's like listening to the same song over and over again. At the very beginning, you can't get enough of it, right? You listen to the song over and over again, and you want to hear it all the time, right?
Yes.
But
Okay.
then maybe a few months later, you get really tired of it, and then it gets to the point where you don't want to hear it ever again because it just gets
Not anything
old,
new.
right? It's not exciting anymore. So runners have been around for quite a while, and my feeling is that there's a lot of people are starting to get tired of runners. Now, Luis, I don't know if you're still there, but you would know, right? Because you're dealing with Drive Me Bananas so much. I don't know, maybe Luis stepped away. But from what we've seen with Drive Me Bananas, and just the general market, it's maybe a format that is a little old right now. And so, have you done some research into that to see how popular the runners are right now?
Yes, we have seen some information about that.
Good.
But also, the team made a survey with different consults and different experts, and the results was that's a good way to
Okay. Good.
continue with what's running.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We were just wanted to make sure that you had done some research
Yes,
because we haven't seen that many new runners launched recently.
Yeah.
yes,
And so what it means is that people are a little tired of runners, at least here in the US.
okay.
And but in terms of scheduling, when are you thinking of coming out with the runner? When are you thinking of launching it? What time? Christmas or after?
No, maybe to the other year, to the next year,
Okay.
because
So like
now we're working in other applications, so we have to work in one that we want um, one prize with one applications. So we have to work since today and the end of the year.
hmm
So we are now working how to um, spend all this time to realize different business model with this application that we have to complete with this uh, price, right? So
Yeah. hmm
maybe the project will be to the next year.
Okay. But are you thinking maybe February or March?
Yeah, yeah, maybe
Okay.
yeah.
So
It will
early
be
next year.
in the first months.
Okay.
Yes,
Good. All right. So that helps us in terms of launch because I think you were originally planning on launching this year. So that's
yes,
kind of a big change from
yes. We
from
have
before.
yeah.
Okay. Now, can you tell us the idea behind the runner? Because, before there was the idea that you had a storyline
Okay.
where there was a spaceship and then your spaceship ran into problems and then you had to go and find the different pieces and
Mhm,
put it back together again and then you could, get back home.
mhm.
Um, so with this runner, is there a story behind it?
Sorry, sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's a story behind it.
The story behind it, it's the same.
Same story?
Yes, it's the same story,
Oh,
but now,
okay.
but now we have different aspects, right?
Yeah.
Because the ideas were a little, I don't know, dispersos, Raika, ¿tú me puedes ayudar?
Sí, por favor.
Le estoy diciendo a Jordan que las ideas estaban un poco dispersas, pero ahora pues ya se están como enfocando un poco a uno pues que se ha visto la posibilidad de que sea de running, que hayan mascotas a las cuales se puedan liberar, cosas como esas. Entonces, todo ese poco de ideas se han estado como ya condensando en una sola. Ajá.
A better focus.
Right, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Sí, lo
Okay.
traducí.
Sí,
And so something I was trying to understand, Annabelle, is that,
ok, ok.
yeah, so thank you for that. And one other thing. So before, the spaceship had trouble, right?
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
then you lost parts, and then you had to find parts.
Right.
Yes.
Right now, so you have trouble and then you're running. What are you running? Are you running away from something? Usually in a runner, you're trying to just run somewhere.
You're trying to go somewhere.
Or something's running
How
after
are you
you, or you're
going?
trying to get somewhere.
Yes, but not is the same running that you see like you take one car and you run, or the character run by yourself. No, it's like running like you touch the screen,
Hmm.
the character start to move, right?
Okay.
This something like that. Are different movements that the other designs that we are consulting
Yeah.
uh, are are suggesting, right? So it's like that, something like that. Yes.
Okay. So you touch the screen, then your character starts running.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
do
something like that.
you have to run fast because if you are you running out of air or something?
Yeah, it's in the space,
Yeah,
and
you're
we
running
have
out of
this.
air. So you have
Yeah.
to run fast so that you can find things so you don't run out of air. Is that
Yes.
the idea? Okay. So
Something.
running.
And the
Uh,
characters have to have different obstacles
hmm.
that have to resolve when when they are running.
Right. What kinds of obstacles are there?
Um, like meteorites,
Oh, meteors?
Meteorite.
or
Meteorites?
meteorites.
Me-
Okay, yes,
It would have to be meteors. Meteorites is
different,
when they hit the Earth.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, different things like that, right?
Uh-huh.
So in a different ways.
Yeah.
So that's that's the idea. But we continue building this kind of
Do you have any
levels.
artwork or anything that you can show us of current concept art?
No, now I don't have anything because I have another PC. So, but I can share the idea that now the 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 design team has.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to share the
Good.
document.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know that the character's running out of air. I think that was your
Mm.
superimposition. She
Okay.
didn't mention anything about running out of air.
Okay.
You're moving the character.
Well, she said it's in space.
Yeah, you're moving the characters through space,
Yeah.
and you're trying to.
Yes, the idea is the same. Continue being in the space. Yes.
¿El carácter se le falta aire o no? ¿Cuál es la
Eh,
meta?
bueno, la idea es que él va como por diferentes mundos, ¿cierto? Y como te digo, como la dinámica es como que tocan la pantalla y el muñequito se va moviendo y tiene que ir como pasando diferentes obstáculos y liberando ciertas mascotitas, que son cosas como que ahorita se le han agregado con los consultores de diseño, que son unas mascotas que ellos tienen, que el muñequito tiene que ir liberando. Es como una forma como de enganchar también pues a la persona para que siga como liberando más mascotas, ¿sí? Cosas
Okay.
así.
Un momento, lo voy a explicar. So
Okay,
there's no concept of running out of air. You're just basically moving the character through different worlds, and that you're trying to overcome these obstacles like meteors or what have you,
Okay.
and you're trying to free other little mascots, kind of little.
Oh, pets.
Yeah.
I remember he said
Yeah.
one said there were pets.
They're mascots, I guess, or pets.
Mascots.
I don't know. She
Pets.
said mascots in Spanish, but then I guess they're
No,
pets.
pets. Yeah.
So you're trying to free these little creatures
Yeah.
and then defeat these obstacles that come, or overcome, not defeat,
Yeah, you
overcome
can't
these
defeat a
obstacles.
meteor.
You can't
Yeah.
defeat a meteor, but
Just
overcome
run
meteors.
around it.
Yeah,
Get out of the
overcome
way.
these obstacles, free the pets, and
Mhm.
aggregate points that way. But there's you're really just moving, touchscreen moving
Yeah.
the character.
That doesn't sound like a runner.
Okay, so
Are you sure it's a runner? Because a runner, you run really fast somewhere. It still sounds like an adventure game. Annabelle?
Hello?
I think she
Hola?
may have gone to get the concept art.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Are you sure this is a runner game? Because in a runner game, you're really running, and there's a time sort of element to it, speed element. To us, this still sounds sort of like a strategy game rather than a runner game, or an adventure game rather than a runner game.
Well, Juan Camilo, te lo puedo decir en español para que me ayudes.
Okay.
Sí. Es que los chicos han estado trabajando en toda esa parte, ¿vale? Y ellos decidieron que fuera como esa modalidad, más que fuese de aventura, ¿sí? Entonces, la idea es que Mobo siempre esté como corriendo y yendo a cierta velocidad para que pueda, pues como para que pueda dinamizar como todo el juego, como para que no sea como tan en el espacio, algo como más dinámico, que se pueda mover un poco más, ¿sí? Como una especie de propulsión, digámoslo así. Porque pues, el espacio es como diferente los movimientos.
Uh-huh.
No es como running que tú ves como el running de Minion Rush o cosas así, sino que es más como una cuestión de que tú tocas la pantalla y la propulsión del muñequito sea como algo más dinámico.
Mm-hmm. Okay, un momento. So basically, you're still just moving the character using the touch screen, and you're trying to make it move faster, basically. But there's no.
It doesn't sound like a runner to me.
Well, they're trying to make it more dynamic in the way that you're moving the character through this game.
As a runner, you run really fast.
Yeah, so they're trying to make.
Chasing you usually.
Well, I don't know because we haven't seen the concept art. It's difficult to say what the character has to overcome.
So you're not running.
It could be
not run out of air.
You're not running. Yeah. I think that's your concept. But
well,
I think
that would give you a reason to run.
But I think they're working on different things. So
yeah.
She said she doesn't really have much more information than this because the guys are working. They're developing this.
Okay.
So maybe it's still not quite mature yet in terms of concept.
Yeah.
They're still trying
to. Still sounds like an
it.
adventure game, but maybe you're running faster than before.
Yeah, they're trying to, I don't know, give some element of faster propulsion of some sort. And I'm not really sure, I'm not able to visualize what that means in terms of the context of the game.
Annabelle, does anything chase you?
¿Hay algo que te sigue? Annabelle?
¿Sí?
¿Hay algo que te sigue en el juego?
No. Es más la parte como de aventura, no hay algo que te persiga.
More still an adventure.
No lo hemos considerado así.
So it's sort of a mix of a runner and adventure game.
Yeah, it's not technically a runner.
It's not technically a runner.
Because there's nothing really chasing you or...
Yeah, I mean, Drive Me Bananas, there's nothing chasing you either. But
no, but you're going
forward.
move forward
you
and there's
stop, right? You're going quickly forward.
Yeah, so I think that they're probably trying to do
here,
something.
You're not really moving forward.
Yeah, you are. You're trying to navigate this character through all the...
Right, but can you stop?
¿Se puede parar el carácter, el muñequito?
Sí, puede parar.
Oh, ok, es más aventura, no es un runner. Porque en un runner no se puede parar. Si paras, se acabó.
You're trying to go faster and faster.
In a runner, you can't really stop, right? The minute you stop, it's pretty much over, right?
Well, yeah. You're just going fast forward.
Something's going to hit you. Something's going to happen.
Entonces podríamos ver solo como que es de aventura.
So it is still
an adventure game.
Pienso que es más aventura que runner.
Okay.
Con lo que me describes.
I was surprised when you said it was
sí, porque cuando Juan le explicó a Jordan que era un runner, estaba un poco...
You have to run.
Un poco es un poco raro. Ahora es un runner y están corriendo, no comprendí yo. Entonces, pensamos que es sí más aventura que runner. Porque
Okay.
en un runner no se puede parar exactamente. Si paras, hay algo que te choque, hay algo que se ocurre.
Ajá.
Y aquí no.
No, no lo hay. Ajá. Ni tampoco algo que te persiga.
You can stop
So
in
there's
this game and
nothing,
you
there's
can walk
nothing that's
around, right?
pursuing, there's nothing that's pursuing you.
Right. And you
You
can
can stop,
you can
and you
s-
can. So it's more of an adventure, I think, still.
It's still something like an adventure.
Okay, it's an adventure game.
Because I can drive me bananas.
Okay.
It pushes you forward.
It pushes you forward, right?
Right? You
And
can't
if you
stop.
and you have to, well, the obstacles are such that if you don't move
Right.
fast through this
those
thing,
cars are going to hit you.
exactly. I mean,
Right.
there's something that will actually prevent you from advancing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the classic runner is you're being chased.
Yeah, there's nothing here that's chasing you.
Yeah. In like if you play Temple Run, if you stop, you die.
Yes, of course.
Aquí no hay algo que te persigue que si paras ya se acabó todo.
No, no, no. We don't have this.
Es más aventura.
Yes, of course. It's an adventure.
Yeah,
Still an
sounds like
adventure.
it's still an adventure. Okay, well that's very helpful. That we really needed that update because we thought maybe it had turned into a runner, but it sounds like maybe you can move faster than before. Why was everybody calling it a runner?
Yeah.
Maybe because, yeah, por la modalidad, ¿no? Que decíamos que era algo mucho más rápido y más dinámico. Pero entonces,
More dynamic.
Yeah, more dynamic.
They're just
and
trying
a
to
little
make
faster.
it more dynamic. Yes.
yeah,
Faster pace.
more dynamic than faster.
Okay, so it's just a faster paced adventure game.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, so that's good.
So we continue to receive suggestions, right? So
Yeah.
we continue.
So a faster paced adventure game. So
Yeah.
what people have said is just make it more dynamic because in some adventure games you can just stay in one place, not move for hours, right?
Okay.
That can be a little boring.
Uh-huh.
Like if you stay in one place, does it force you to move? Like will you get killed? Will something hit you? Will you run out of air? Something happen?
Yeah. So this project has been difficult, this kind of movements, right? Because the space is like boring, maybe, because the space is so slow, right? The movements are really slow. So how we can make some dynamic movements? That's the question that we have now, because with the other guys that we are working, they suggest that these kind of propulsions or these kind of things could help to dynamic kind of movements,
so
right?
you have like rockets, like a jetpack.
Yeah, like the rockets, like different tools that Mo could use, right?
What are the different tools that you can use?
Like rockets, like maybe. Give me.
She didn't affirm that there were any jetpacks.
No sé cómo se dice propulsor, right? Como propulsores de movimientos, como que el traje tenga propulsión.
Propulsion. Different elements of movement propulsion, but
yeah, like a jetpack.
I guess.
I mean, a
specifically,
rocket
but yeah.
Just like when it's on your back, it's just a jetpack.
Okay, maybe so.
So
it's
like
kind of hard to get
a small
an idea.
rocket on your back.
¿Es algo que es pequeño o grande? ¿Algo que se puede llevar el muñequito?
Claro, él lo tiene que llevar.
Okay, yeah, something that is essentially more like a jetpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rocket you get into.
Yeah. This is not a vehicle. This just looks like he's carrying something that is making him propel forward.
Right. Now, is the character, you can make it male or female, or it's set as a kid? I remember before it was a little boy, or like maybe a young boy.
Well, continue being a little boy.
Okay, sorry, continues to be a little boy.
Continues to be a little boy. I guess it's still aimed at
continues to be. And then, who are you targeting to play this game? Is it going to be little boys that are going to play?
No, now we are, hemos hecho un pequeño cambio ahí. Con esto de las mascotas, queremos que más la jueguen las mujeres que los hombres.
¿El qué?
Con la parte de liberar a las mascotas, que es como la parte de aventura, queremos lograr que le jueguen más las mujeres que los hombres. O sea, no queremos feminizar como tal todo el juego, pero sí apuntándole a ese tipo de cosas. ¿Entiendes? Las mascotas son super cute, o sea, son super sweet.
So they're trying to attract more women by the pets that they free, and they're super cute and
So cute pets.
Cute pets, and so they're trying to attract more women than female audience rather than male audience.
But do you think a female audience would want to have a female character, or they want to play a little boy?
¿Tú piensas que las mujeres quieren que el muñequito sea un niño pequeño o que sea una mujer, una niña?
Bueno, we are seeing the possibility to create different characters, right?
They are going to
not even the little boy. Could be other characters that the customer have the option to choose different characters.
Okay. Yeah, so they're trying to give the option of switching out characters. But so far they're still sticking with the little boy.
Yeah.
I guess they're still in development, so they're kind of moving things along.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell without having seen the artwork what options are.
Do you think you can show us some of the art, Annabelle? Or it wouldn't be this time, it would be next time.
Excuse me, Jordan?
Do you think you can show us art today? Or...
¿No puedes compartir una pantalla para mostrarnos lo que hay?
No, sorry. No, not today. Tengo los archivos en mi computador y no lo traje.
So she has it in her other computer.
Pero se los puedo compartir en correo más tarde, que sería posible.
Sí, okay.
Okay. All right. So.
¿Y cuáles son los obstáculos?
Bueno, se han diseñado diferentes. O sea, el equipo ha estado trabajando en ver los otros personajes, ¿no? Que se podrían elegir. Y dos, también en la parte de las mascotas, porque se quiere hacer como un gran stock de mascotas, o sea que las personas vean como diferentes posibilidades dentro del mismo juego, ¿sí? Entonces, los escenarios aún no se han construido ni tampoco se han como diseñado todos los niveles. En eso estamos como en la definición con Charles y Price, que ha venido trabajando eso. Como pues la sugerencia de las mascotas les gustó, entonces se hizo como un stock grande de mascotas. Y ahora se está trabajando en la modalidad de cómo serían los obstáculos.
Okay. So they're working with the other Charles and Bryce, I guess. They're working with the other consultants on the kind of obstacles and the kinds of mascots, and so they're kind of working with them on all the design elements of that.
I see. Okay. Now, before the idea was that you would go and you would find parts for the rocket ship. It sounds like you are looking more for pets now. Do the pets help you find parts to the rocket ship?
The pets?
Yes, because now you find pets, right?
Yes.
So these pets, they can help you to find parts of the rocket?
No.
Oh.
No.
What do they do, these pets?
No, you are recollect different pets and you have different points with the kind of pet that you have. right? It's something like that.
The pet, you free it and you get more points.
Right, I understand, but do the pets do something else for you?
Yeah.
They help you with something?
No, it's more than the points that you can get. Yes.
So when I find a pet, I get a certain number of points.
Yes.
But can the pet do something for me after I have it?
No, no le entiendo, Raika. Lo siento.
She doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Es que cuando estás liberando las mascotas, sí, te comprendo que agregas unos puntos, depende del mascota que estás liberando, pero hay algo más como meta que la mascota se puede ayudar en otras cosas, como conseguir diferentes partes del vehículo.
No, 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 no. Lo que hace la recolección de mascotas es como ayudarte a liberar otros niveles. ¿Sí me entiendes? Como que no en la construcción del muñequito como tal.
Okay. So just
Eso viene siendo como otra parte, como...
But are you still trying to find parts of the rocket ship?
¿Y cuál es la meta? Porque al principio, cuando explicábamos el juego, la meta era para que el muñequito se puede encontrar las partes del espacial que se bueno, que se quebró y pues ya tienes que encontrar todas las partes que te faltan.
Sí, esa sigue siendo la meta.
Pero no comprendemos exactamente cómo se puede utilizar las mascotas y lo que estás liberando para avanzar en el juego. ¿Cuál es la...
Claro, o sea, los niveles, o sea, tú no vas a encontrar, o sea, como el Rocket, todo en un solo nivel, ¿sí me entiendes? Lo vas a encontrar en diferentes
Tienes que avanzar en otros niveles para encontrar.
Exacto, entonces la recolección de mascotas te ayuda a eso. Te va a ayudar a que se haga la recolección al final del Rocket.
So basically, the mascots or the little pets, freeing the pets allows you to unlock other levels, and that's where you find the parts. So that's how you're advancing through the game.
Okay. So you need the pets to get to the new levels,
yes,
and then the
it's
new
not
levels
all in
have
one
the
level,
parts.
and the new levels have parts, and so
got
you
it.
have to advance through the game in order to still
So without
be
the
able
pets,
to put.
so the pets are critical.
The pets are critical because otherwise you don't have
get
a
to the
way of
next
advancing
levels,
to another
next
level.
Okay.
And that's where you're going to
And
be
then
able
they're
to
really
find
cute.
parts.
And then they're cute.
Right.
So they're
they're
fun to have
engaging
around.
or whatever.
And so, do you see the pets as you travel around?
Yes.
Okay, so you might have, if you have two pets, you'll see your character, the little boy, and the two pets you'll also see. They won't be in like a backpack or something, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right.
The idea is that the user have different elements into the game, that not be only one goal, like get the rocket, right? Also, they have to have different pets and different elements that help to get the goal.
Right.
It's something like that.
And because it's an adventure game, you can stop and then come back, right? And play later.
Oh, yes.
Now, you can win the game, like with a runner, you just keep running forever. That's called an endless runner. But adventure game, you can find certain things and then you beat the game. And then you win because you beat the game. You found your parts of the rocket, you put the rocket back together, and then you go home and you live happily ever after. Is that the way it works? Or you must find too many parts? You can never finish building the rocket.
No.
Beat the game?
Yes, but we have to work in different elements that the game be more longer, maybe. So, or with different levels, or we are working on this topic.
So they
I
haven't
see.
quite seen all the. They haven't quite finished developing. Like
Yeah,
you
the
know,
levels aren't
yeah,
all
they're not all worked out yet. They're not all defined, and they haven't really worked out the. I guess how long it will take to actually
Okay.
get through the game.
So if I'm starting the game, I start the game, it tells me that my rocket has broken down, my parts are scattered, and now I need to go find them. So that's the beginning. Then I start looking around, and then I start finding these pets, right? And then the pets help me to unlock levels, and then in those new levels, I can find these parts. Now, to find the parts, do I need to do a quest? Or do I have to solve a puzzle? How do I get the parts?
Mm,
Do I
no,
need,
we we don't have defined this.
so, because it's unclear,
No,
you
no
know.
hemos definido cómo sería eso. We don't,
¿Me puedes repetir porque no te entendí completamente?
mm, que respecto a lo que Jordan me está preguntando, no hemos definido bien cómo sería la dinámica en sí. Él me pregunta que sí, que cómo sería la recolección de los rockets, ¿vale?
Ujú.
Ujú. No hemos decidido exactamente, no, cómo sería la recolección en sí decimos que vamos por diferentes niveles, que hay mascotas que nos ayudan a liberar diferentes niveles y de esa forma se van a ir recolectando las piezas, pero no hemos definido exactamente en qué momento o cómo sería la recolección de las piezas como tal, y que es algo en lo que se está trabajando con los otros diseñadores.
So they're still working out with the other designers how that whole process of collecting parts and when you've finished with that or what have you.
Because I'm just thinking, if I'm just floating around in space, it sounds a little boring, right? So usually what happens is you'll meet somebody and they'll tell you, hey, you know, if you finish this quest, you go and you bring me 3 green mushrooms from the planet Oberon, then I'll give you directions to the park, right? And then you get to go and do the quest. You figure out, or it's a puzzle, right? You come in somewhere and you have to get through a maze, or you have to figure out the combination of something.
They're still working out the mechanics.
There's
I
like
think.
so many different things you could do.
Yeah, I don't know that they're very clear on yet on what the mechanics are specifically, or at what point you've now beaten the game, so to speak. I mean, they're still working out the levels. It looks like they're doing a considerable amount of development still.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of things that still need to be worked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if we okay,
And
sorry.
if you have different suggestions after that, I share the document. Bienvenidas sean.
Okay, so she was just saying, inviting.
Thank you.
She was just inviting commentary and feedback after they've shared with us.
Yeah, once we take a look at it.
Yeah, we
we'd
might
be
have some
happy
thoughts for that.
to take a look because, you know, quests are common.
Yep.
Right? Where you meet someone and they tell you to do something and you do it and then that's kind of the most common approach in an adventure game. You can also there could be monsters that you can beat up and then they can give you things. I give you a key, which then you say, what do I do with this key? And then you find something, and then there's a part locked inside a box, and then you can use the key.
It's kind of like Zelda, where you have to find different things and
find different things. Or you build something, right? You find different pieces of something, and then you combine it together, and it makes a key or.
I think they're still working through a lot of those dynamics.
There's just so many things.
There are things, but I don't know that they're quite ready or that they're finished yet. And certainly, you know, it's difficult to comment without having seen what they have. So,
are you going to have monsters?
Yes.
Okay, so you have monsters too.
Different monsters. Yes.
So that might give you a setback if you unlocked something and now it's a monster rather than a pet. And so now something happens, and so you've retreated a level.
Okay.
So, do you have weapons?
Weapons?
Yeah.
What is weapons? Sorry.
God, what is the word for weapon?
Well, is like gun, knife.
¿Hay algo que destruye?
No, no lo hemos pensado. ¿Que destruya? No.
No weapons.
No weapons.
Well, how do you defeat the monsters?
So at this moment we don't have the dynamic how the character will kill the monster. So right?
Lo que estamos preguntando es armas.
Yeah,
si hay armas.
Like the Armada.
Yes, of course.
Sí, yes, there are. So she didn't really understand me because I didn't find the word.
So you have armas.
Yes.
Yeah, Spanish Armada.
Raika, mañana tenemos sesión, ¿cierto? A las 4.
Por favor, ¿me puede repetir?
Mañana tenemos sesión a las 4, ¿cierto?
Tomorrow do we have a session at 4? ¿A las 4 hora Colombia?
Sí, eso, a las 2 hora San Francisco.
Oh, okay, so you'll have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, that's fine.
¿Tenemos sesión? Yo tengo que...
Sí, mañana a las 2.
If we can do that tomorrow, and that would be good, because I would really like to see, you know,
where the game's at.
Because it's
kind of hard to visualize where you're at.
Yes. Entonces les propongo, yo les voy a enviar el documento que lo que se ha venido trabajando. ¿Listo?
Sí. ¿Hoy vas a compartir?
Yes, I'm going to share the document with the different elements that we are talking. So, and tomorrow, all the team will be in the sessions to get some to receive different suggestions that you have, right?
Yeah, good. I would really like to understand where the game is, and maybe all the sessions that we've already had. You know, your thoughts on what has been useful.
Yes.
And if you have questions about how to, you know, how to apply certain things that we've talked about, and you know how how you've changed what you were thinking of doing because of what we've talked about. So I think that would all be really, really important to understand.
Yes, of course.
So I think the team has been working on the art. Is that or the game mechanics? What are they spending most of their time on right now?
The movements in the space.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because it's difficult to, the movements on the space, because it's really, really difficult
That's physics.
Create the movement that won't be boring, right?
Yeah. So are people floating around? Is that the idea?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you're floating around, and then you have rockets and things like that to move. And when you're moving around in the game, do you have like a physics engine?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you're going to be using the physics engine. So if I start turning, I just continue to turn, right?
Yes. Now we are working on the movements and the different levels, like elements to design, like pets, like monsters, like different levels, or
how many levels do you think you'll have?
Elements that the level have to have. something like that. Yes.
How many levels are you planning?
Mm, At the first version, maybe 10 levels.
10 levels?
Yes.
Can the character go through levels too, or the character is just fixed?
The character, sorry, what?
Can the characters go through levels too?
Yes, yes.
Well, I mean, is the character, can there be like a level 1 character, a level 5 character, level 10 character, or the character is always the same, and then...
No, the character always the same.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So the character's always the same. Okay. So I think, what makes the most sense is if the team can tomorrow show me, but you'll also send me some design documents?
Yes,
Okay, so I'll read through the design documents,
yes,
then if you can
I'm going
present
to
it,
share
and then
it.
I can give feedback.
Okay, thank you.
Does that sound,
All right.
that sounds good?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. All right, so I think that's probably good enough for today, if that's
Mhm.
okay with you.
Okay.
And then we'll spend more time tomorrow getting an update.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Annabelle. So thanks for your time today, and we look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the
Okay.
suggestion.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to share the document, right?
Okay. Yes, please send me the document.
Okay.
You'll send it by email,
Yes.
or you'll send it to
By
Louis?
email.
By email.
Okay, by
By
email.
email.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Annabelle.
Thanks, Annabelle.
Thank you so much. See you
Okay.
tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.